Hi everyone, I'm back. It's still Sunday. Usually I wasn't planning on doing another video today, and so I'd probably look an absolute mess or red-eyed and blotchy. But I just felt I had to make this video because in the course of about 5, maybe 6 hours, I have read the entire 330 pages of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child's parts 1 and 2 script. And I'm a bit of an emotional wreck right now. This was, I just, I am flabbergasted by this. As you all know, I love the Harry Potter books. I love the whole world of Harry Potter. I think it's absolutely incredible. So the fact that this was coming out, of course, first thing this morning, I went out and obtained my copy. And I started it this afternoon, just after lunch, and I didn't. Well, I wasn't planning to read all 330 pages. I was just going to see how it goes. And when I reached the last page, absolutely bawling my eyes out, and I've realised I've just sat and read it in one sitting. I just haven't moved from my sofa in about 5 or 6 hours, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I'm I'm amazed by it. I can't help but say it. I think the obviously, because it's a stage script, so you have descriptions of things that that the people, the audience, will see on the stage and everything. So obviously, just as when you read any book, you have to use your imagination to see these things. But the way it was structured and the scenes floated into one another and what was being said and everything, I thought that John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. Oh my God, you have done this amazing job to write this play and bring it together, and of course j.k. Rowling as well, to bring this story to life. It follows up, just FYI if you haven't come across it, the 19 years after Harry Potter ended. So basically where the epilogue ends in the last Harry Potter book, that's where this starts off, and spans 4 years, and follows Harry and Ginny's second son. Albus is the main character, and his friendship with Scorpius, who is Draco Malfoy's son, and various twists and turns that happen along the way. I think it's just, oh my gosh, I can't help. Gosh, how wonderful this is! After I think it was so poignant after so much time of there not being any Harry Potter novels, and then something comes along that is brilliant and so well written and so beautifully told. I'm in awe of this right now. It had me laughing, it had me crying. I have to say, especially, and I think j.k. Rowling can really link to this, about how it feels to be somebody who is famous, and trying to be a good parent, and then you have a situation where kids of famous, whose parents are famous, and how they deal with that. And I love Albus and Harry's complex relationship, and I love also Harry and Ginny's. They go through some really tough times during the course of this book, and the things that they discuss, and especially Harry. I have loved Harry, throughout the course of the Harry Potter books, of course. His emotional levels of things that he goes through are obviously absolutely insane, and the fact that he's then got these 20 years of calmness. There's no, obviously, Voldemort around, there's nothing like that, and it's just been taken over, with stresses of work and such, but he's relatively calm. He hasn't had to deal with all this stuff, and the fact that he feels like he's not a good father, and he's not spending time with his children, and all this stuff, and it's just building and building and building to the point where it's going to explode. And when it explodes, it really explodes. And he goes through a hell of a lot in this one, and he had me crying multiple times. The only book I have cried at in the Harry Potter books is The Deathly Hallows, and it's when he goes into the forest and sees his parents, and Lupin and Severus, and Sirius, sorry, and asks them to stay with him and everything. because that is really amazing. That moment, it's really gets you in your gut, especially for me. So to then go through this emotional roller coaster where it felt like every now and then I was just gonna break into tears. It was just insane. But I'm so glad, that this story has been written, and it's saying, look, just because he's the famous boy wizard and that doesn't mean that he's great at everything. That he has flaws still, even as, a 40-year-old guy trying to raise 3 kids and has a horrendous job that keeps him away from home all the time. And you know, I love his, as I said, his relationship with Ginny, but his relationship with Albus is the key focus of this book. Lily and James are in it. His other 2 children are in it, but not very much. They're only really kind of in the first part. Because the rest of the time it's taken up with Albus being in focus out of their children, and Rose and Hugo, who are Hermione and Ron's children. Rose is the only one who is in the play. Hugo gets referred to from time to time, but he's not actually in the play. But yeah, it's really lovely to have these stories of the next generation and things they're getting up to, and I can't stop beaming. I loved it. I loved it. I would give anything to see this. It's one of those things. I think it's so clear what's going to happen. They're going to film it. It's going to be put in cinemas. As to if that will come out on DVD, we don't know. We'll just have to see. Will not surprise me if it gets approached for making film version. It will not surprise me if like BBC4 do a radio dramatized version. Honest to God, I will not surprise me at all. It was just everything I wanted it to be, and so much more, and took me to places that I didn't think it was going to. I never anticipated it was going to. Learnt things still about the world that I didn't know that I was going to learn about. Got reunited with so many characters from the past, and it's wonderful to see what the future, the next generation are going through and what they're up to. But I will, I can't love more. I can't, beam about more is the complex relationships between parents and children. And Albus, feeling he's the odd one out because he's not the same as his siblings, and not able to get through to his dad, and feeling frustrated, and then having angry fights and all this lot. I love that. Just that thing that, as Harry says, I'm your dad. You're very lucky because I didn't grow up with my dad. And Albus retaliates back, well, I haven't really grown up with mine either, because Harry's been away with his job, and and because Albus is so different, he doesn't feel like he's one of the family. He's the odd child out, and this explosions of anger that will drive between the two, but it's all stemmed from love, and the lessons that they learn are amazing. And I love the fact that the final scene is them two spending some time together, and what they say to each other in that final scene is beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to stop there because I think I might start crying again, because I'm just thinking, I know it sounds really stupid, but I've been going through this emotional roller coaster for about 6 hours now, just sat in one spot on this sofa and not moving. So yeah, so maybe I need to have another little cry, I don't know, but or go to bed, I don't know, even though it's only 8:15. Yeah, early bed. No, maybe not. Maybe I should have a drink or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. But I absolutely loved it. I think it was wonderful. I can't recommend this more. If you're, in Harry Potter fandom, I'm sure everybody in Harry Potter fandom has bought this, but go out and buy it. It's absolutely incredible, and get ready for a roller coaster ride of emotion. All right then, bye.